looks like I may be live. Wait till see if YouTube picks it up here. This is my name is Sean Markowski. This is the My Life for the Code channel. I'm trying something a little new tonight. I'm gonna be streaming some development. This is my name is Sean Markowski. Now. My Life for the Code channel. I'm trying something a little new tonight. I'm going to be streaming some development. Mute that. So best watched in HD, probably, because I'll be doing some coding. I'm not sure if there's a way that I can set up things. I think I've got chat on, and I can see chats if they come in, so feel free to ask questions or whatnot. I'd be open to answering. Not sure how long I'll be doing for, but what I'm going to be doing is some development on a game I think I want to build using C. There's some other gaming projects that I'll be working on. I'm kind of in a little bit of pain tonight. I went for a run, and I don't know if you can see that really well, but my hands, oh, this one's kind of bled through, but I biffed it. I stepped on my own shoelace like a klutz, and I fell. So I got some pain in my chest and just not the greatest. But I'm going to power through that and see if I can't do something here. So what I want to do is work on a game. And I think I might do a series of these streams where I work on a game. And the game is something I've had in my mind for a while. And I used to play EverQuest 2, if you're familiar with that. If you're familiar with WoW, it's an MMO. And I really enjoyed the battle systems and things like that in dungeons. So the whole idea, you group up, you go in, you've got a healer. The whole meta game, you've got a healer, you've got a tank, you've got damage dealers, you've got people that do buffing, all that kind of stuff. And the idea that you've got to do all the balancing and stuff there. What I hated was the grind, because obviously it takes a lot of time. Now, I've done a little looking into it, and really, some of that grind and some of the questing and stuff, it makes kind of makes these games to a certain extent. There's something valuable there, but I really enjoy something like Counter-Strike. You can easily jump in, pick it up. Same thing with like a MOBA game like League of Legends, which I've played fairly regularly. I just like the ability to jump in, do something quick, play, get that satisfaction of doing something challenging quick, and then go on. Counter-Strike does that. League of Legends does that. But I want to do it with people, and I want to do it kind of in that MMO type feel, that RPG type, but without all of, PvE, without all the grind that goes into it. And just travel, for instance, in the game. You got to run from place to place. My God, it takes so much time. And so, and I know that putting that time and investment into it is a big deal, but whatever. I want to build this game. And so what it's going to be is kind of like Counter-Strike. When you jump in, you can go into a server list. You can see what people that want to group, maybe a particular meta they're looking for, and then there'll probably be some sort of elo rating or whatever, and you can to try to match people up with skills. You have characters that you've created that follow, particular types of meta. Maybe there's some skill trees or something that you can pick to customize it and fine-tune things for certain dungeons or whatever. But you immediately get dropped into an instance, you run the instance, and then you're done. And you get, loot and trophies and all that kind of stuff when you're done, achievements. But really just focus on that aspect of the game type play where you jump into a dungeon and just go. So that's kind of what... Oh, God, that hurts. I don't know. I think I bruised a rib or something. That's kind of what I'm looking to do. Another thing I want to do is kind of stretch myself a little bit. I've been using a lot more higher level languages, C#, Python, whatever. but I grew up in software development doing a lot of C, and I kind of want to do some more C. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to doing. So I want to write a game in C as opposed to C# or whatever other languages. So I'm a little bit inspired by something called Handmade Hero. It's a YouTube stream doing. So let me go ahead and see if I can't find that here. Actually, I think there's a website for it. I'll just pop this up here. Handmade Hero. So this guy is literally building a game from scratch. If you watch his little video here, it's pretty neat. It's beautiful, man. But anyways, if you get into his channel, he's done this like an hour a night or 2 hours a night or something like that for 200 and some different episodes now. So it's taking weekends off. I'm sure it's about a year, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so he's building this game from the ground up, Win32 in Emacs, and I assume, well, he builds the render himself first, and then uses OpenGL, and I kind of like that idea of low-level type stuff. So, but I would definitely check out this channel. You just go on, pass it like. Let me just jump over to YouTube, I'm sure. Oh, he's actually got them embedded in his website. But he kind of goes here, he codes through stuff. You can see him down here. He talks, it's almost like a lesson in doing Win32 programming for a little bit, and then game development and stuff like that. And so I'm just going to kind of take what he does and do something similar, maybe. But I'm just going to kind of hack this out, because I've done small 2D games before. If you want to get a little adventurous, you can look up something called Ozone. And if you have an Xbox 360 and that, here's something I recorded. It was kind of bugged out, but let's see if that'll play. Yeah, there's my dog that died in 2009. Ozone. It's just like a little bit of Xbox play. But I ported it to Mono Game and played a little bit, but this is available on the Xbox Live Indie Games. It's a pretty terrible game, I have to admit. So there's these 4 different players or whatever, up to 4, and you basically try to shoot each other out of this zone, and whoever holds the zone along. So it's a King of the Hill style game. So I've also done Ludum Dare stuff. Let me see here. Let me just bring that off screen so I can log in maybe. Ludum Dare, I currently have this Canis incident out. That's for LD35. That was kind of fun to build. Obviously, I built that in a weekend. Wonder if I can jump to my... The website's a little bit hard to figure out where you can actually click to see your old games. Actually, I probably could have done it from that other tab. Maybe? Oh, here we go. That one will do it. So I've got this Adrift, which is kind of a space roguelite, a Liam, which is kind of a beat 'em up kind of thing. These were a Miss, which was done. These were all done in Mono Game, C# development. That was a roguelike. I have a couple HTML games, or JavaScript games. This was using Phaser. This was my attempt to try to do something in JavaScript over a weekend. So that was kind of fun. But anyways, so those are, I've got some game experience, but nothing really low level, nothing very intense. So what I want to do, like I said, is build it using C, straight C, not C++, which will give me the added constraint of I have to think about without objects. Obviously procedural is a little bit easier to do, at least I think it's supposed to be easier to do. But my mind's really shifted to that object-oriented focus, and I kind of want to see what it's like not to have objects. So, although I know I've done a lot of C development, but I kind of want to get back to that. Is what I'm trying to say. Maybe I don't know what I'm trying to say. So, but anyways, so I think what I'm going to do is use something called SDL2, which should give me which I know really nothing about other than games are built in it, and it's a C library, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. So I'm going to use SDL2, and I'm going to work on the game with that, write it in C. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Anyways. And maybe I'll just do more streaming. If you're not familiar with My Life for the Code, it's my website. MyLifeForTheCode.com, my blog, whatever. I've got a podcast. You can see here where I interview developers. I don't actually have a episode this coming week, so if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I can't wait till this podcast this coming week, you're going to be in surprise because I'll have something completely different probably. So we'll see. But anyway, so this is my blog. I've blogged about just a variety of things. A lot of gaming leading up to Ludum Dare, some HTML, or not HTML, Node development. Obviously, my podcast has got stuff on it, all that. So you can check that out for sure. And I'll probably link back to this channel at some point in time. Yeah. So I don't want to spend too much longer on doing that kind of stuff. What I want to do is spend a little bit of time actually trying to get a window up and do some development, whatever, using SDL2. So this is weird. I've got this 4K monitor. I'm trying to do it all up in the corner here. So I've got Visual Studio 2015 Community Edition. I'll be launching it here, and I'll pull it up to that corner. Obviously, it's free if you're not familiar with that. Here it is. Yeah. So, actually, before I even do that, what I'm going to do is probably put this up on GitHub. So I'm going to go to my GitHub account here. If you're not familiar with GitHub, you should be. I don't know why, if you're a software developer, you wouldn't be. It's basically where all the source code is on the web. At least all the open source code for sure. Well, unless you go out to some of the other older sites like Codeplex, like Microsoft's old one. I had some stupid projects up on there, but yeah. So I'm not horribly active on GitHub, but more than probably the average person is, who isn't on here at all, because I'm sure the average person just grabs and never puts anything. But I haven't engaged in other people's projects maybe as much as I should. But I'm going to create a new repo for this, and so this game is going to be called something along the lines of Rellik. And so I'm just going to make the repository Rellik, and I'm going to go ahead and say that, assuming my licensing isn't messed up, I'm going to say that this is MIT licensed, just because even though I might want to sell this game, you know what? You can have the source code if you want. I don't care. I really want to focus on trying to do something not for money, as much as I just want to kind of get out of my job and go and work on stuff that interests me all day long, and I've really been trying to do that. I've got to focus on what kind of makes me happy, so I think just doing some straight up development for fun would be. Anyways, so I'm going to create this repo, and so feel free to push stuff to it if you want. But a little bit about what Rellik is. So obviously you kind of need theme and story for some sort of RPG, MMO type of game. Let's just go Sean Rakowski, which is my name, Rellik. So a long time ago, in a distant past life, not really past life, when I was younger, I was into kind of this fantasy art stuff a little bit. So I had some stupid drawings out there. But one of the things I had come up with was, and the scan, I mean, this was on a flatbed scanner with like a really old computers that we use dial-up, so the image isn't very large. But I created this world called Rellik, which actually the name is just Killer backwards. That's how I came up with it, because I'm like, how am I going to name this? I'm just going to start putting words backwards until I find something that's good. And Rellik happened to be it. Yeah, so this is the whole world here. I don't know if I can kind of zoom in a little bit. Wow, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to. I wonder if I can just go to View Image, Open Image, a new tab. Well, there we go. I'll just download it. Why not? So this is kind of Rellik, and I'm not sure I'd keep all the names the way they are, but this was this kind of fantasy world that I came up with. And I have this kind of whole backstory going into it where basically there's two gods, or three gods actually. So there's a greater god, who's the powerful one, and then he's got two like lesser gods, children, or actually she, I can't remember. They're probably genderless. I don't remember what it was, but anyways, so there's three gods, and two of them are lesser. And the greater god tells the two lesser gods to create worlds. So one of them creates Rellik, which is kind of more of a light world. It's what we kind of think of as the elves, humans, dwarves. That's the kind of stuff that comes out of it. And the other god creates more of a dark world, and there's orcs and stuff like that. But they're not like we think of as orcs. They start off very just normal looking type creatures. Not normal, but very not, what would you say, not dirty, not like you'd think of the orcs from like Lord of the Rings or whatever. Yeah, so you've got these creatures and things that are beautiful in their own right. But anyways, so the two minor gods, they show their work to the greater god, and of course what happens is that the greater god takes a liking to Rellik, and the lesser god gets pissed off, the one that is this other land, which I'm not even sure if I ever named it, and just goes and torches the place and tortures the people, and basically just makes it into this dark, dank world, right? And at some point in time, he decides that I can't remember how the story exactly goes, but at some point in time, there's a wizard that he basically tempts into opening in a portal between the two worlds, and there's this Dark Lord that he kind of embeds, and he convinces this great wizard to open a portal, and then they start kind of invading this other world. So you've got all these kind of dark, dank people, orcs, stuff like that, kind of invading into Rellik, which is kind of the more light. So there's the whole dark and light kind of thing, and what happens is at first the light god gets just like pissed off, oh my gosh, what have you done? But the greater god is amused by it, and so he wants to just see what plays out. And so what he or she does is basically forbids them from doing anything direct to change it. They can do indirect, they can influence, they can do that kind of stuff, but otherwise it's laissez-faire. I mean, they have to take their hands off the world, right? And so that's kind of where it is. So the world's basically, you're in this struggle between this darkness kind of invading the land. It's classic. There's a Dark Lord. It's kind of like Sauron in Lord of the Rings, right? That's the way it is. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Yeah. So this is kind of the map. Salem Torah, I don't know if that's how you'd even pronounce it. Kalem Torah, Celem. I just was coming up with stupid names. I think this Henshi was kind of based off of the name that I had for like a video productions teacher in high school, I think. Yeah, I probably shouldn't even know. Adrena and I think Laurelyn, these were probably named after a couple girls I thought that were cute. This is just Forever with an F. Dane, which I always thought was Dale. Anyways, so dwarves, basically what happens is the Dark Lord kind of gets dropped in Henshi up here. And there's a band of dwarves that live somewheres over here, which probably in these northern mountains, that basically were sent off, and they were kind of bad guys within the world of Rellik. So they were sent up there. So he basically becomes their leader. And together they invade Salem Torah, where there's this kind of wizard. And he gets tempted by the Dark Lord to basically open up the portal. Now the Dark Lord is kind of I don't know if he's so much powerful in magic and stuff like that. I think that's I didn't know. I don't have a cohesive lore for this yet, but I thought about it for a long time. But anyways, he basically convinces this wizard, I can't remember his name, to open Drago or Dracon, some Drake name, Dragon type name, to open the portal. And so this is kind of the base of attack for the rest of the world. And so they're kind of spreading out from here. I think Dane, or which I again thought was Dale, I don't know why. Dane over here, this is kind of, I think, where a lot of the humans live. This is kind of where some of the magic doers do. Probably there were some elves and stuff down here. I don't remember what was over here. It's been so long since I've looked at this. Anyways, so you can see probably welcome to Rellik. This was kind of a human that travels, introduce visitors to the land. I don't know who they'd be visiting. They're all living there. So, yeah, common elf. That's a small scan. I got Prima colors, and I just played with the coloring here. Kind of a fairy pixie thing. And I don't even know if these are all related, but again, it's a life gone by. So this is the world that I'm basically going to build this game around, is that. So that should give you a little bit. But I haven't really done much. I keep jumping around here. There's a story. So Rellik created the repo here. So I'm going to probably clone that down, I would guess. Copy. Now I could do all this on the command line. I know I should probably just get used to that, but I don't know. I'm going to do it in Visual Studio because I like the mouse too much. I don't maybe spend enough time coding as I should. Anyways, so I'm going to clone this down. Clone, sure. Yeah, why not? And I'll switch over to it. So there we go. And I'm going to create a new solution, which is just going to be a C++, which it's not really a C++. I just want an empty project because I'm going to do it actually in C, straight C, not C++. And we'll call this Rellik, right? Yeah. Okay. And I'll create there. All right. One of the things I'm going to do right away, because this pisses me off and I just want to do this. I want the solution named Rellik, but I want it to live in a source folder, not Rellik folder. So I'm going to close my solution here. And I'm going to switch back to that, and I'm going to rename this to source. Because I will probably have a lib folder and bin and stuff like that. But I want the source to live in source, right? So, okay, then I'll open this back up. All right, so here we are. And now one of the things I need, which I said I'm going to use, is SDL, Simple Direct Media Layer. Again, I don't really know much about SDL, other than people used to make graphical games with it. I've used, I think it's very similar to what I'm used to with Monogame or XNA. It's just kind of an extraction layer. You can do cross-platform development using it. It gets all the nasty bits of Win32 and OpenGL and all that stuff out of the way. So I'm just going to hack it out, and I might have to look up stuff on it, but yeah, whatever. Now the big question is, well, no, I can just download this. So I'm going to get the Visual Studio Developer Kit. Open. Yeah, it's open. Show in folder. How about that? See, I got a bunch of extract all. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's slow. Look at it go. And I have a solid state. What the hell? Right? And then I wish it would ask me to open it up when I'm done. Alright, SDL 2.04. We've got all this stuff here. Wonder if there's anything in the README. Enjoy. Well, thank you, Sam Lantigna. I am going to enjoy it, I think. So I know I need the libs, the include. Might as well throw that all in there. So what I'm going to do immediately then is create in my repo, which I put right here, a libs folder. I'm just going to drop it in there. But I think, oh, why was that not liking that? I think what I might do is add that to my gitignore. I don't know if I should really throw up SDL onto Git Hub. I mean, it's probably already on there. It's probably no problem because I've got the license and everything. I'll have the license and everything with it, I assume. Copying. Yeah, there's the license. So I think this may not be removed or altered from any source distribution. So I assume if I just copy this all into here, the license is with it. It's not removed or doctored or anything. I should be able to post it up. So I haven't really decided if I'll put that into gitignore. If you've got some suggestions on that, please email me. It should be Sean, S-H-A-W-N, at mylifeforthecode.com. I think that'll send it to me. Or srakowski at live.com, which is where I just have it go anyways. Those are my email addresses. Anyways, so we need to do some setup here. I gotta go in here to the configuration, and I need to add in some stuff. Actually, let's add a source file here quick. So I'm just going to create one called program.c. And after you do that, then you actually get the C++. I don't know why it doesn't give you that option prior to adding that in, but some things I'm going to do right away is SDL checks. I don't care. This is not, I mean, as far as I know, I'm not going to be messing up secure crap, and I hate that it gets pissed when I use something that's not, you know, stir endling or whatever. Just give me raw. I probably will want to add into the additional include directories the path to, let's see, I went down too far, libs, include that. So that should give me the access to everything SDL2 gives me. Or, yeah, SDL2, right? Simple direct media. There. I'm just, those SDL checks now. SDL? SDL checks? Funny. That's stupid. Anyways. The other thing I want to do is set it so that this is actually compiled as C code, which by default, I believe it is actually C++. So I'm going to compile it as C. There might be something I'm missing in here that I'm going to have to add later. I don't know what that would be, but I bet I'm going to need to. My goal today is just to get a window up. And once I get that window up, I'll commit this off to source control. Then I might shut down the stream. I don't really know. Or I might just keep going. We'll see where it ends up. Maybe I'll do some art. I don't know if I... Yeah, anyways. The other thing I need to do probably is add it so that the lib that the stuff can be linked to. It's been a while since I've set something like this up. So additional dependencies. You've got all this stuff from Win32, obviously. I'm not sure I need all of that, but I probably want to add, add module to, let's just edit this. No, you know what? I'm going to wait and figure out later because I haven't done this in a while. I'm just going to go with the header files are included. I've got that. Let me just kind of get going here. So, yeah, I can type now. If you're not familiar with C, you should probably be. So it's kind of your standard start here. I almost always include stdlib as well because there's some stuff I use in there a lot. And now I have to figure out how to get a window to show up in SDL. And let's see, there's probably some sort of SDL2 tutorial. There's probably a good tutorial series. I watched some of these earlier. All I want to do is create window. So let's just try searching for create window. Beginning game programming. Whoa, this looks really cool. I like this style. Hello, SDL. Okay, you got me. You got me hooked. Oh, you know what? There's something in there. How to create an SDL2 window. Yeah, so thanks, Lazy Foo. Looks like you are the winner for what I will be using. And I'm going to take this off screen and just kind of mimic back what's there. But the website I will be following off of just to get started here is this lazyfoo.net. So thank you, whoever you are that runs this site. Yeah. So using SDL and standard IO. I don't need SDDIO. I do need SDL.h. SDL.h. Hey, there it is. What do you know? Okay, so it looks like you need to create SDL window. Hey, there we go. So we've got that. The surface contained by the window. Screen surface null. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that does. Here's the main function. SDL window, a little bit. 2D image. Declaring the window screen surface. Where does it talk about screen surface? Okay, following that we have a screen surface. A surface is just a 2D image. A 2D image can be loaded from file, or it can be image inside a window. In this case, it'll be, you know what, let's just skip that for a second. Apparently, there's you have to init a bunch of stuff, which I think, if I remember from my college OpenGL stuff, it's probably doing some GL init type stuff that happens there. And I want to just turn on video. I guess there is a SDL init everything, which would give us everything, but we're just starting with a window, so let's just do the video. And that, I'm not sure what that returns, so let's look that up, huh? SDL2 documentation. Let me see, it's the SDL wiki. And API, let's reference by name. What is this? SDL init. Init. Here we go. So, hey, what do you know? It gives me a bunch of stuff here. Init. Good. Does not equal 0. So it returns 0 on success or negative error code on failure. So if it's not 0, then it's a failure. Okay, which is kind of consistent with what they've got there. Okay, so if SDL2, what did I say, does not equal 0? It's so weird having to switch back monitors instead of things so I can show you the stream here. But if it's not equal to 0, then it failed, right? Printf, this failed, yo. Wait. I should probably put some real stuff in there, right? Failed. Just do that. Killer. Okay, so after we do that, maybe it'll give us some information here. SDL quit will have to be done at the end, so I'm just going to get that out of the way. Oh, no, I don't want League. Oh, I accidentally somehow tried to launch League of Legends. Very weird. The League of Legends installer, actually. I have no idea why that did. Oh, I suppose I could do their add exit, but I kind of want just everything to come through my main function here. Okay, so we've got a window. Now, obviously I don't need to put this here because we're going to do it later. Now, if you're using a compiler before C99 or Microsoft's extensions on top of their C89 compiler or whatever, you have to put variable declarations at the top. But I'm not using that, so, and if you're following along and you're doing it things the exact same way I'm doing, then you're fine. But actually, a lot of my C coding originally, we had to put all the variable declarations on the top because we had an old compiler. And that sucked because I like to minimize scope, which just encourages you to make more functions, right? Which is probably a good thing, or procedures, or whatever you call them. All right, so initialize video, and then we want to create a window. Oh, that's why they do add exit. Because, oops. Basically what'll happen is otherwise, if I want to, actually, you know what? This is perfect. I always got annoyed when people would do this. So what I could have here is if I create this window and it fails out, I'll probably want to just printf and exit or log and exit basically that something failed. The problem is I always need this SDL quit to be called just to clean up resources, and maybe, you know, actually the operating system will do that for you. So it might even be a waste of users' time. That's something I never considered from that handmade hero stream that I talked about. But to alleviate that, what I'm going to do is just say create a subroutine that is my program, right? So we'll call it run Rellik. And we won't exit right from there. Sorry, I've just... we'll just return... And we'll move this into there. So this way, if we go run Rellik, if not, run Rellik. So, or I suppose if we want to be consistent with the way that that one's going, then we'll go printf run Rellik failed, and then we're going to quit anyway. So, of course, I'll want to exit with failure, probably. So maybe I will do exit success. Now, a lot of people return here, and I know I looked up a lot of time how to, like, what's the best way to do this. And one of the things I do like about using exit with exit failure and success is it's explicit. Oh, my daughter's trying to get in. I might take a little bit of a pause here. Are you just being silly?
No, Daddy don't get me.
Oh, the dog is gonna get you, huh?
I have to run up here.
Okay.
Daddy,
Daddy's streaming on the internet right now.
Daddy.
I don't think anybody's watching, though.
I am watching.
Oh, you're watching? Oh, thank you, honey. I really appreciate that. That's my daughter back there. She is cute.
This is a picture.
Yes, it is a picture.
I am silly.
You are silly.
I like to back numbers.
Okay.
To
Well-
poop that turtle figure.
I might mute myself again here. Just a second. All right, she's gonna draw, I think, behind me for a little bit. We'll see how long it takes before you get there. Anyways, there's probably a little bit cleaner ways to do this. Obviously, I copy that twice. I could do something like, anyways, I'll just do that for now. I'm overthinking it, really. Just do it. All right, so now that way SDL quit will always get called as long as I'm returning from this one. So, and usually I like to stub this out, and you know what? I almost make everything static if it's not going to be, which makes it kind of like private. All right. Anyways, let's get back to business here. So, the way you create a window is window equals SDL create window. And there's some stuff you gotta pass here. So the title, which we'll call Rellik. Now there's Windows positions, which I think if you pass window pos undefined, ooh, centered, perfect. I like centered. You like centered? I like centered. Okay, if we pass that, we probably will have it center screen, which actually might not be very good for us because then it's going to pop up center, and then you're not going to see it because my monitor, my actual screen is kind of up in the corner. But we can always adjust that later. Width, we'll just go with 1024 by 720. Actually, 1280 by 720, I think, is the standard that I know that Xbox 360 told you to use. And that's height and SDL window shown. I'm sure I need that for something. Alright, so there's the window. Now if it fails, it'll be null. Yeah, why not? You can have the light on. Failed to, you know what? I hate when I do that. I'll probably create some sort of logging lib later. Failed to create window. Now, I said if it's not 0, it's success, so return 0. Or wait, no. If it is 0, it's success, so I'll just return 1. I'll have to fix that later. I don't like how that really looks. Anyways. I don't really need that up. Why do I have that up? Okay, so the window's created. And now my dog's making noise. Perfect. Yeah. So it's created. And I wonder what happens if I just run it right now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and build. Build errors. Probably because it doesn't know where that stuff is. Would you like to continue? Okay, has anybody ever actually gone, oh yeah, I really would like to? No. Okay, run Rellik control paths, return a value, of course. Because I'm not thinking straight because I fell and I'm live streaming, so my mind is on you and not on what I'm doing. What was the other one? Yeah, of course I want to build it. Printf is undefined. Assuming return x, of course. So printf is in stdio. .h. Oops, what is the... I've been running in Python land too long now. I forgot how to do builds. Entry point must be defined. Really? Isn't that a main? Oh. Yeah, that's a main. Why aren't you working? Oh, you know what? I wonder what this is actually set as. If it's set as window, it'll probably get pissed off at us. It's an exe. That should start off as a console, right? I'm being a total idiot right now, and I'm not sure what that is. So, entry point must be defined. Yeah, it's right there. What am I doing wrong? It's so the output. Okay. General. It's an application exe. Yep, that's what I want it to be. Use standard Windows library. Of course, that's what I want. Actually, don't want to use that. But whatever. No, yep, no. No. Hmm.
Dad, you get this on?
You want a shoe on?
Yeah.
Okay, just one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Right here, it's your other foot though. Remember, they've got to be in pin. Here, let me get it undone quick. Okay. No. Okay, I guess you can sit there. Come on. Alright, put your foot through there. Keep going. Are these nice shoes?
Yes. Because it has flowers on them.
Oh, they got flowers on them. I like that.
I like that one too.
Alright, let me get this tightened up for you. Alright, there you go.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Alright, go show mommy. Well, that was fun. I wish someone was watching so they could tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong. Maybe someone is watching. Maybe someone who can't tell me wrong. I literally just ran something like this last night. Why isn't it? I know it's something stupid. I know it is. Oh, you know what? It's probably a linker error. I'm just being stupid. I gotta get actually the... Add a main to resolve error. Yeah, it's a main. It's right there. Am I spelling it wrong? Main. Oh, man.
Dad, you get this off. No. Dad, you want to get this off?
Hmm? Oh, you need your shoe off now. Okay. Sorry, world, who's watching?
I'm going to bed.
Oh, you're gonna go to bed, huh?
Yeah. I have to go potty.
Okay.
But everybody to help me go potty.
Well, you know how to go potty yourself, honey.
I have potty. I need everybody to help.
You need everybody to help you go potty?
Yeah. What do you want to
All right, I might have to take a break here just a second. I'm going to put that on mute. I'm sure you have all left now because I went to be right back mode. I'll put these back in. I don't know why. I don't really have anything going on there. I can't hear anyone. It's not like I'm Skyping or something. Alright. I gotta figure out what the heck is going on here. Do you want to say no? Yeah, of course not. Man, I'm so slow tonight. And look at these stupid error message. Failed to create one. Look at that. I'm just being dopelessly. Well, I'm guessing that maybe the linker's not finding, so this isn't linking correctly. Original library directories. This is one thing I probably need to pop in and say go to the libs folder and lib. And, oh, am I doing this? I have no idea. Let's just go x86 and see what the hell happens. You'd think I'd figure all this stuff out, but most of mine has just been the development, not the actual setup. And then I probably need to look at input. Well, let's just try that. Entry point must be defined. No, you know what? I probably need to say what the dependencies are as well.
I need my lunch shoe. I need my lunch shoe.
Maybe I'll have to start doing live streaming in the morning. So busy, or late at night actually would probably be better. This is not a good time for my first time. I guess though, you put yourself out there, you never know what you're gonna get, right? So one of the other things is, I'm guessing I need this SDL2.lib added as an actual dependency. Let's go like this. SDL. Oops. I am so messed up from that fall earlier today. I apologize if I'm wasting your time. Entry point must be different. It's right there. What am I doing wrong? Define main, SDL main. Whoa. Hello. There's something going on there. I am probably just missing something really stupid. So it defines SDL main, and so I'm guessing that there's some sort of inversion of control going on, maybe, where it has got the main and the DL. Would that be weird? Well, let's just try that. Let's just throw the DLL into the directory. Oh goodness. I think I'm doing this. We'll copy that. Oh, I'm going so slow with the mouse. I bet for some of you people that use your keyboard, and I usually use the keyboard a lot for the code part, but for Windows, man, I use the mouse way too much. Anyways, let's go to wherever this lives, probably in here. Maybe. Where is my XC? I'm so confused. Rebuild. Okay, entry point must be defined. So let's just take that out of there for a second, because obviously it's doing something that I don't want it to. And then of course all that shit isn't gonna be. Oh, sorry. I said the swear word. What am I doing? Okay, so something is messed up here, because so SDL defines main to be SDL main, which then probably I guess if I read the documentation, the application's main function must be called with C linkage and should be declared like this. If C++ extends main. Okay, let's try that once. Why not? If not, okay. Be called with C linkage and should be declared like this. Well, I don't have C++ on, so why would it? Oh, I bet C++ is if defined C++. Well, no, it's not. It's not defined, obviously. What in the hell am I doing here? Okay, Win32. Great. Define. Okay, on Windows, SDL provides WinMain, which parses the command line and passes the arguments to your main function. If you provide your own WinMain, you may define main unhandled. Okay. Redefine main in some platforms, so it's called by SDL. Okay, so I'm in Win32. Windows provides WinMain, which parses, okay, because obviously I want a window to actually pop up. If you provide your own WinMain, you may define SDL main handled, which I am not providing my own WinMain. I'm going to let them do that. So what do I need to do instead is the question. Because I have no idea. I wonder if it provides it in here or if it's something that's linked to. Oh yeah, so external C linkage SDL main. The prototype for the application's main function. And so this is all wacky. Wacky, wacky, wacky. So it says SDL mains in a separate function. Maybe this library isn't helping me the way I need to. You're getting some Rapunzel in the background. Yeah, so I do not know what I'm doing. You can just see how terrible I am at this. Let's see, main function SDL, let's see, main. Okay, so it redefines it. It says it's external. It defines its own main, not in here. If defined C++, include, if defined. Okay, so we don't have WinRT. We don't have C++. Include, I wonder if I can go to that. Oops, what am I doing? Simple direct media, begin code, Borland. Yeah, I've got that. SDL main.h. Register, this can be a class in startup. If defined Win32, active processor block. And okay, this is called by real SDL main to let the rest of the library know that the initialization is done properly. Calling yourself without knowledge, okay. So that's... Okay, no, these are all external things I don't care about. Okay. So I wonder if I just... I wonder if I just need to... I have no idea here. Time to Google. Time to Google. Google, right? So let's look around. SDL main Win32. Yeah, hey, why don't I just Google things instead of sitting here and thinking too hard about them? F cannot include Windows.h. When I use it, okay. Install platform SDK. I've got that, I'm pretty sure. No, when... I wonder if there's some sample code here somewheres. Okay, undefined reference SDL. Make sure you're declaring main as include SDL.h. Did that. You should be using main instead of WinMain, which I've done. because SDL some SDL manufacturer code for reasons should use WinMain. Take a look at SDL source. See what kind of initialization you need to do in WinMain function so that SDL works properly. Okay, so let's just see if I can't look for a little bit more of that. Undefined reference to SDL main. I thought I was going to have this up so fast. 2. SDL as a main is the following signatures. The two are identical compiler, but different people have it. Okay. I have that. I've been getting a compile. So, no. Backslash. Da, 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 da. I'm not sure any of this is really helping me. What in the hell am I doing wrong? SDL quick can be evil. Anyways, well, that's good to think about. Okay, I have SDL main because it's redefined. Its build targets has got to be build compile link, of course. No, it should build all options. Should build as C, right? Compile as C. That's what I want it to do. I am so confused right now, everybody. I apologize for this. Like I said, I thought this would be so quick. Let's see. So, entry point must be defined. You know what? Let's do something here. Let's just get a main program without all this stuff running, just to make sure that I'm compiling everything correctly, right? So we'll just comment that out. We'll just go straight up hello world, right? Int main int argc char v, and we'll go include stdio.h, and we will go printf hello world. All right. Build that and run it. Oops. Well, it ran, right? Okay, so obviously it finds it there. So when I actually I'll just undo all of this. So it's not obviously the compilation of this particular thing. It has everything to do with the entry point, which I'm assuming is in the DLL. I don't know why I would want to. Entry point must be defined. I'll do some more searching. Entry point must be defined. SDL2. Expand linker, system, subsystem, make sure that it is console. Right click on project properties, linker. Oh, I hope that this works because that would be so cool. That would be just awesome. Expand linker tab, system, subsystem. Oh, what do you know? Boom. Yes, that is a different error, which means we are one step closer. All right, so unresolved external main reference function. All right, so that means that I am not linking it correctly against something. So main is out there, and now I just need to link against it. So there is something I'm doing incorrectly with my linking. So I've got the additional libraries. That's weird. Oh, yeah, no, inherited values, SDL2 lib. What other things were in SDL2 lib that I might need to link against? So we go libs, let's go with that. SDL2 main. Oh, I wonder what an SDL2 main.lib might do, right? Oh my gosh. I bet that's what I want. I bet you $1,000,000. Let me see, is this probably just separate lines? SDL2 main.lib, was that how it went? Yeah, okay. Apply. Oops, what am I doing? I gotta get used to using the keyboard. It succeeded. Hey, cannot okay. The DLL is missing. I can work with that. I can work with that. Wow. So I had some significant brain farts leading up into this. I gotta figure out how to make it so the DLL just copies over. Hey, look there's your exe, there's that. I bet if I just paste this sucker in here. Oh, yeah, there it went. I don't have a loop right now. So let's just, after we create it, we'll just go while true. And just let it go. Hey, look at that. It's a window, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, obviously, I'm not receiving any commands or anything back from it, so I can't even close it correctly by touching it. But hey, look at that. We got a window up. I can't move it because as I said, let's just set this to 100, 100, because I bet it'll go right in the corner here where I want you to see it. Yes, I want to build it. Just build it for me next time. There you go. There's my window. Perfect. So I learned something today. I learned that SDL2 has a main function that I need to get access to. Alright, where did I put that? Oh, sure enough, I probably popped it off into a different location. That tutorial I was following. So, alright, that was successful to get the window up. I need to continue on. So I think it was like lazy foo or something like that was the thing. Oh, and my wife's calling me. It's time for me to help put my daughter to sleep. So I am going to leave that. We got the window shown. There you go. That'll end my stream for tonight, at least for right now. I might start up another one in a little bit, but obviously not the most successful stream ever, but it worked, right? I'll get better as I go. So have a good night.